We gotta talk about these leaks, guys. We gotta talk about these leaks. I get that everyone is excited to see snippets of gameplay And it's all fun and games, but it's getting out of hand, and I feel like there is a certain segment of the community that is just feeding into this. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's getting... We don't need to be complicit in what this person or group is doing. Not only is it just like, you know, morally wrong, but it's illegal. You know, there's that. And then you have like people, I've even had people in my Discord talking about this coin and you know, voting and on the polls and trying to make money. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, 1 second you think you kind of know the community, and then they surprise you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I just wanted to... I almost didn't stream today. Because I knew this was going to turn into like a, you know, people wanting me to cover the leaks and talk about the leaks and all that stuff, which I've already said I'm not going to do. So if that's what you're here for, say la vie. Hasta la vista. We're not going to be going through, you know, breaking down the leaks like we did the first two. So let me just clarify something. The first two leaks that we got, I had no idea where this was going. Obviously nobody did. The first two leaks were like gameplay. We're like, oh wow, this is amazing. We'd been starved for 470 something days with no trailer footage whatsoever. So I'm like, you know what? We'll go ahead and cover these. This is exciting. Everybody's wanting to see this stuff. So that's what we did. We covered the first handful of them, and then they started to get progressively like more spoilery as far as like gameplay mechanics and all that stuff. And then the plane leak happened, and I was like, all right, that's too much. That's too much. We're not doing this anymore. And so I decided at that point I was not gonna cover the leaks. Now, I know there are other creators out there that are covering the leaks. I'm not trying to shame anybody. You guys are welcome to cover the leaks in whatever manner you want. Like, that's fine. This is a personal decision for me. And it's mainly, it has less to do with Rockstar and more to do with, like, one, I don't want to spoil this anything really for me. Like, I already feel like I've gotten a peek at my Christmas presents. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. I like being surprised on Christmas morning. I like opening the gift, not knowing what to expect, and just enjoying the magic of the moment, because the magic is fleeting and the next minute it's over and you're used to it and you can't go back. So I'm trying to preserve that, at least for me. You know, maybe it's a little selfish. I don't know. But I'm also, you know, trying to preserve it for anybody that doesn't. I've seen a massive amount of people in my comments that are just like, you know, thank you for not covering the leaks. You know, I don't want to have the game spoiled for me, so I'm not alone in this. And I've talked with other creators, and it sounds like a lot of us are on the same page. And I don't think that what's going on is okay, and I feel like, I don't know if it's younger gamers, older gamers, or what. Redbo, thank you for the 5. He says, a couple weeks ago, all we wanted was GTA content, now we want it to stop. How quickly times change. Yes, how quickly times change. I think a couple of weeks ago, we wanted like official content from Rockstar, you know what I mean? And we're gonna get that in just a couple of days. These leaks, they do not showcase the game in a great light. They're grainy, pixelated. The guy controlling this character is fucking weird, okay? He's weird. It's just weird. He's like he's like a gooner of gooners going into these like areas where like of the leaks we have, we've got like what, 3 or 4 of them that are involving a strip club in some way, shape, or form now, and one of them a nudist colony. Like, I think he's got one hand on the controller when he's recording these leaks, if you know what I mean. The guy is a little bit of a goon. And so it's weird, you know? It's just weird. And on top of that, he's got this coin going where he's trying to get as many people as possible to come in and, you know, buy his coin and vote, and it's just it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and it's ridiculous that anybody's participating in this. Like, if you're going to the website and you're voting on the next thing, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. If you're buying the cyber coin, whatever the hell it's called, you're part of the problem, okay? You're not for gamers. Stop calling yourself a gamer. Don't call yourself a gamer. You're not for the gamers. It's not what you're doing. Gamers don't spoil things for other gamers, and gamers don't participate in activity that's spoiling things for other gamers. They just don't. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, yeah, I just don't. I'm not on board with this thing at all, and so me personally, I wish it would all stop like right now. Yeah, I hope Rockstar catches this guy. I don't want to know what they're gonna do to him when they do catch him. But I'm ready for this to stop. I'm ready to get into like the fun, exciting, like promotional content that rolls out right before the release. I'm tired of talking about these shitty, like grainy, weird goonery clips that are floating around the internet that are covered in, you know, watermarks. Like, I want to move on. I want to talk about, like, right now, I thought we would be having fun speculating about what's going to be rolling out on the Netflix thing on Thursday, which is literally 2 days from now. Tomorrow is Whiskey Wednesday, and it'll be like literally the night before the Netflix thing. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this whole thing. And I know some creators have chosen to stay silent on it. Other creators are very outspoken about it. MCT's been cracking me up with some of his thumbnails and morning streams. And then other creators are covering the leaks, and that's fine. You know, like, I don't necessarily, like, I get that people are excited to see some of this stuff because it's been so long. Like, I understand that. I'm a gamer too, guys. Like, I get that. Like, it's been 400, probably coming up on 480 days or something now since trailer 2. Like, I understand. But it's just, at some point you have to, like, peel your eyes away from the screen and have a little bit of self-control. Or I promise you this, maybe you don't care, but the more you look at this stuff, the more you are dampening your launch day experience. It will not be as fun. You may think that that's not true. You may be lying to yourself. But for a lot of you, it will ruin your first play, like, experience of this game. Maybe not ruin. Maybe ruin's a strong word, but it will dampen it. No. I'm just saying. You know, and maybe a lot of you don't care, and if you don't care, I would question how long you've been playing Grand Theft Auto games. Maybe a lot of you are just like, GTA 5 was my first game, and, you know, I just want to see more boobies, you know, and to you guys, I say, maybe grow up a little bit, and understand that this game means a lot more than, you know, strip clubs and nudity to the people that have been playing it for, God, 25 years now. So, I don't know. I just think it's stupid, and if you're feeding into this, you're part of the problem. I don't agree with it whatsoever. And yeah, so that's kind of what that's all I wanted to say. I don't want to go on another huge long rant. I mean, I've been going for like, what, 20 minutes now, or 10 minutes. So we'll start getting into some other news and Netflix talk, but I just wanted to get that out there. So anybody that's watching, if you know, whatever. So good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? 25, damn, you're old. I'm 35, Jay. I'm 35. And Noel Dad said it best. He said, "Real boobs are better than video game boobs." Yes, I can attest to that. My wife's. All right, we're not going there. Milk No Sugar said, "What happened to you?" What happened to me? Are you talking about somebody else? Sav sing Wanderlust by The Weeknd. Nah. Yeah, and this is a great point. Jay Frosty said these leaks are affecting us gamers more than Rockstar. It's true. Rockstar, you know, they're trying to shut it down, but they're trying to shut it down because they understand what these leaks are doing to the greater community, right? They get it. And they also don't want their game showcased like before they have a chance to showcase it, because I promise you, whatever Rockstar shows us is going to be 100 times better than what we're seeing here in these leaks. We'll come back to the mustache in just a second, guys. I'll explain what happened. But yeah, I mean, Rockstar, this isn't affecting like everybody that's like, oh, the stock dipped and falling off and all this stuff. That's what stocks do, man. It's up and down. It's up and down. They'll recover and they're gonna make all that money back in tenfold. So yeah, I'm not worried about that. As a company, Rockstar is fine. Here's how you know that it doesn't matter. 6 months from now, nobody's gonna be talking about these cyber leak things. This cyber leak guy will fade into obscurity, probably in a jail cell somewhere, and everybody's gonna be playing GTA 6 and enjoying it. You know, so. You get what I mean? Like, it's not affecting, you know, Rockstar. It's just a shame that this is sort of like dampening the vibe leading up to the game. So, I don't know. Anyway, Upper Robin is asking, give up on the stash. No, I actually didn't give up on the stash. Funny enough, I got a new razor. It's a safety razor. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of those. It's the one where you have like one razor blade that you pop into it. It's not like your traditional, well, I guess it is technically a traditional, it's original. But anyway, I got one of those things. I was just like trying it out, right? Trying to shape my stash. And I got underneath here and I was trying to like clean that up just a little bit. I took out too much of it and it looked like a pencil stash, like a pencil mustache. I looked like French. And I showed my wife, I was like, all right, honest thoughts. Does it look ridiculous? And she laughed. And I said, thank you for answering my question. And so I went ahead and I cut it off. And so now we're just starting over. No, honest to God, that's the truth. You can ask her. It was like kind of a sad moment. Because I was like, damn, we made it like 2.5, almost 3 weeks into this thing. It was like almost. It was getting there, right? It had some life, and then I screwed it up. So we're gonna try again. We're trying again. This time, I'm not shaving anything, you know, above like the neckline. So we're just gonna see what it looks like. I've never tried to grow out like a full beard before, so it may look horrible. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so anyway, Netflix, guys, we have the extended look coming up on Thursday at 3 p.m. And I've seen a lot of, oh, you know what? I've got to get to some donos here. Nice. I have, let me go back here. And you guys are going to have to forgive me. I've had some problems with my YouTube chat over on the side of the screen. Let's see, fan funding. Here we go. JJ Dog, thank you for the 5, says, I believe it's mostly haters that are salty feeding CyberLeak because they want it ruined for the rest of us. I don't necessarily think that's true. That might be a bit of an overgeneralization. I think there's a lot of like genuinely excited fans that want to play the game, that want to see the game, that can't help themselves, that are kind of feeding into this. And that's more or less what I wanted to try and explain is like, you know, a lot of us sometimes, if given the choice between, you know, if somebody walks up to you and says, I have your Christmas present behind my back. It's November 25th. We're a whole month before Christmas. Do you want it now? Or do you want it Christmas morning? A lot of people don't have the forethought and the discipline to say, no, I want it Christmas morning. I'll take it right now, because like that instant gratification and that like, give it to me now feeling kind of takes over. And that's more or less what I'm getting at. It's like, you know, if we could just step back and step away from this and go, you know what? It will be better for my first experience enjoying Grand Theft Auto to just wait. Like at this point, you've already seen a lot, right? You've already seen a lot. So it's like, what more do you want? At this point, you're just like, you're basically watching somebody else play the game. Do you want to do that? Do you want that to be your first experience? Or do you want to like play the game? You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. But to me, that just, I don't know. That's where I'm at with it. But thank you for the 5, JJ. Joshua Hawkins with the $4.99 says, worth $5 to say this. The guy leaking probably looks like the type of person that recording himself eating a leek in front of Rockstar Studios. Probably. Did you guys notice how long he was staring at that NPC in that one shot? You guys know what I'm talking about? It was a good minute. You know, was it like jealousy? I don't know. I don't know what that was about. It was weird. Hustleman says, member for 2 months. The leaks are bad, but the ones I saw got me hyped. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's hard to not watch these and feel and I should have said that too. Like, it's a bittersweet feeling. It's like, yes, it's exciting because you're seeing all the hard work that Rockstar has been putting into this amazing game that's coming out. But you're also shorting your experience on launch day a little bit. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. Well, not a double-edged sword. I guess that would be a single-edged sword. You know what I'm saying. Mountain something or other. I can't see the rest of your name. Thank you for the 5. Says, morning, Sav. I'm excited for the Netflix reveal. Can't wait to see GTA 6 content in 4K without stupid crypto watermarks and 240p grainy clips. Me too. And as far as the Netflix thing goes, we're going to get into this more here in just a second. We're going to be doing a watch party, okay? If you're not familiar with a watch party, it's not me showing you what's happening on screen because that's Netflix copyright stuff and I don't want to get in trouble. Regardless of what you're seeing online. I promise you whoever tries this is going to have problems. I will be reacting to what I'm seeing on screen and hanging out with you guys at 3 o'clock. We will probably stream that, hang out, talk about it for a little while, and then take a break, and then come back at 9 p.m. when it drops on YouTube, and then we will do like a full breakdown of what we're looking at. So that will be how Thursday goes. But thank you for the 5. We also got I'm Chris R1, who's been a member for 3 months. Thank you, sir. And then we've got a few jewels from Pyroshep, Italian and Italian Inferno. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. Terry says, what's with the Rockstar bootlicking? Very disappointing. Bootlicking? Who's bootlicking? And here's another thing. I don't understand this. Like, why is it like a trendy thing to hate Rockstar now? Last I checked, you guys were all chomping at the bit to play the game that they're developing. So why is it all of a sudden just like, man, Rockstar sucks, man. You know, we're not going to support this company. Like I think a lot of you are conflating the developer who makes the fun game you are like dying to play and the publisher that controls the pricing and the marketing and everything else. I think a lot of you that are angry are just stupid. Sorry. That's just like, I'm so tired of seeing that. Like, it's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why are you angry at the company that is making this game you guys all love? You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. You know, bootlicking? L-take. L-take. And I got a new button today I've been wanting to try out, but my thing isn't working yet. I knew this stream was going to be a bit different. Oh, man. And my Stream Deck won't open up, apparently. Yeah, and the other one I've been getting a lot is Zeph, do you work for Rockstar? Everybody's like thinking that that I've got like copyright striked or you know, contacted by Rockstar or something. I haven't been. I genuinely haven't been. I have not been contacted one time by Rockstar. I don't know any other creators that have been. Nobody's been contacted by Rockstar. If you see somebody that has decided not to cover the leaks, it is purely their decision. Now, I couldn't tell you what their reasons for. Everybody's probably got slightly different reasons, or maybe they don't. I don't know. But my reason is what I just explained to you guys. I have no interest in ruining the experience for myself or anybody else. You know, so. No, we're not discussing leaks, Toph. We're not discussing leaks. I can't promise you that you're not going to see anything in the chat, but I will not be discussing the leaks. I'm assuming that this is like tongue-in-cheek being funny and you're not actually calling me a shill, but you know, if you are, whatever, I'll take it. Whatever. This shit doesn't bother me anymore, you know? Once you've been doing this as long as I've been doing it, you either develop thick skin and don't give a shit about what anybody says, or you end up spiraling and quitting YouTube. And I promise you, if you have an ill opinion of me, I don't care. I could like not care anymore. You know, so whatever. Dark Rage, thank you for the $3. Says, do you think it disappeared? Do you think you would have covered the leaks if it all came all at once on August 18th? I probably would have covered it up to around the same point. Honestly, it was the plane leak for me that changed my mind on the whole thing. Seeing the plane leak just made me feel like cheated. It made me feel like, dang, now I don't get to experience that with the controller in my hand. I've watched it on some grainy ass footage with, you know, this ugly freaking watermark plastered all over it trying to get people to buy crypto coins. And that's how I saw the city for the first time. And I felt cheated. I felt like I wanted this moment to be, you know, with me controlling the plane in like 4K and taking everything in and enjoying it. And to me, it just like took the wind out of my sails a little bit. And I'm like, you know what? That's it. I'm not doing this anymore. Not covering these anymore. And by covering, I want to be clear here too. Like, because I've talked with the leaks. I've talked with other people about the leaks, and you know, we've been chatting about some things, and I just mean, like, I'm not going to be making these videos or live streams where I'm like breaking down everything that I'm seeing. You know, I'm not going to be like, oh no, don't mention anything. You know, like, I'm not, you know, I get that there's stuff out there. I'm not going to be breaking this stuff down and like feeding into it. We're not doing that. So Rafflecore, thank you for the 20. SEK says the latest beach leak was insane. Crowd density. Yeah, thank you for the 20. Mo Lejan with the $2 says they following the masses misdirected anger mostly. Yes, it is. If you're talking about people being mad about Netflix, yeah, or Rockstar, yeah, you're almost certainly correct that it's misdirected anger. Official Dutch, thank you for the 5, says, thanks, Sav, you've convinced me not to spoil it for myself. Good, I'm glad that somebody is waking up and smelling the coffee. Don't ruin it for yourself, guys. Don't do it. And then Nino, thank you for the 5, by the way. And then Nino with the 5 says, I feel the same, bro. I haven't watched any. I'm one of those fans I want to experience for myself. Again, great choice. Solid choice. You will not regret that. Because here's the thing. When launch day comes, you have uniquely positioned yourself to where you haven't seen any of the leaks. And now when you boot up the game for the first time, that raw excitement and experience that you have is all your own. You're not sharing it with some horny Russian guy that's like staring at NPCs' asses and grainy footage. You know what I mean? Like, that's all yours, bro. Good job. I'm proud of you. You made it. You were stronger than almost all of us. But yeah, so that's what I'm kind of getting at. So, Gary said, "Get out of here with that BS." Get out of here with what BS? Oh, do we ban somebody? Do we ban somebody? Do I get to try the new button? All right.
Go fuck yourself.
I added that little snippet at the end. You guys have probably seen the first part of that already, but I'm chambered. Like, I'm chambered and ready to go. Like, I told the mods this morning, I said, let's be on it. Let's be on it, because we're going to see a lot of trolls in the comments that are just wanting to, you banned like 6 people. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. You're never going to see me cry over spilled milk, guys. Like, if your intention is to come in here and ruin everybody else's experience, bye. You know, I'm not going to miss you. So, while I don't, I don't encourage people to act like that, we are fully prepared to deal with it quickly. Nino HTX, thank you for the $4.99. Says, bro, I'm 30, been playing GTA since Vice City. I know what Rockstar produces. I don't need lame leaks. I can wait. And you, sir, are a true fan. Couldn't have said it better myself. TDs, I get it. I get it. It's hard. It's hard to peel your eyes away from the screen when you're looking at a product that you've been waiting 10 plus years for. So I get it. I totally understand, which is why I think the leaks need to stop, because a lot of the community doesn't have the discipline to stop themselves from looking at it. Including myself, says Shy Mikey. It's I was super excited for the extended look, especially after all these leaks, but after seeing the beach one, I just feel like they're going to lie about the NPCs. Wait, what? You feel like they're just going to lie about the NPCs? I don't understand what you mean by that. Atomic Glitch, thank you for the $10, brother. That was very nice of you. Says, I'm 6 minutes behind, but you literally just said what I was going to bring up on the call last week, but the line was too long. Rockstar isn't the ones that make the huge decisions everyone's so upset about. I know. And you would think that Rockstar was some big evil corporation. Guys, they're making a video game. It's a bunch of people like us sitting around in an office working, coding, and animating and doing that kind of stuff. They are not, like, there's a marketing department that is working closely under Take-Two Interactive, but I promise you they're working under Take-Two Interactive. If you guys want to be mad at a corporation, I guess you can be mad at Take-Two Interactive for the way that they've chosen to market the game, but it's less about Rockstar. It's less about Rockstar. I just don't. It's misplaced anger. It's misdirected. You know. I don't get it. I don't get it. They're all like, I hate Rockstar, and then like this midnight of November 19th, you guys are booting up GTA 6. You're like, this is the best game ever. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. A lot of you, that feel that way are just, I don't know. Maybe you haven't reached the point of maturity yet where you can kind of see how silly that is. Gameplay is fine. Story is where I draw the line. Yeah, and I can understand that. I can understand that too, and that's kind of how I initially felt, is like, as long as they're not leaking anything story related or serious, then we'll cover it. But then again, like the plane leak, to me, that was like kind of a big reveal. That's like, I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to see that. I can't look away, but I didn't want to see that. I did shave the stash, but it was kind of an accident, and I've already explained this, so I'm guessing you just got here. I'll explain it one more time for anybody wondering. And for those of you that are new to the stream that are like, what the hell is he talking about? I did at one point last week have a mustache. Oh, hold on. Dark Rage, thank you for the $3. Says, I don't think people hate Rockstar. It's more that they don't feel any sympathy for them except devs. Take-Two will hit their revenue targets even if the entire game leaked. They're not going bankrupt. See, but that's that. You started off talking about Rockstar. It's more that they don't feel any sympathy for them, and then you said Take-Two will hit their revenue targets. So we've got to separate. We've got to separate those two things. Like, I guess where I'm coming from is like, when you say it's more they don't feel any sympathy for them, and then in parentheses you say except devs. Well, I mean, that's like 80 to 90% of the company, right? Besides like, the marketing and, like kind of the corporate side of it. Like, I don't know. The vast majority of people at Rockstar are wanting you to enjoy your experience, and they're working hard to try and provide that. So that's all I'm saying is like, you can be mad at Take-Two or whatever. I don't understand like the misplaced anger towards the developers that are working hard on this game. Doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, back to what I was saying about, thank you for the $3, Dark Rage. Back to what I was saying about the stash. Yes, I was growing a mustache. Yes, I did shave it. Yes, it was an accident. You're like, how do you accidentally shave a mustache? Well, you accidentally shave a mustache because you're trimming it and you accidentally take out too much, and then it looks ridiculous, and then you have to shave it. That's what happened. So that's what we did. But yeah, so let's talk about this Netflix thing, because we've got let me turn this music down a little bit. We've got 2 days left before, well, I guess 2 days and 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that, before the Netflix thing. I'm starting to think that this Netflix thing, guys, is going to be a little more robust than I initially thought. When it was first announced, I'm like, extended look, my brain immediately went to like, okay, Netflix extended look. What does that look like? We've seen some Netflix extended looks before. Granted, they're all like usually movies or TV shows, but we've seen this before. It's usually right around 10 minutes or so. But with a big capital B, music is too loud. Sorry, I'll turn it down a little bit. With the recent leaks, I don't know that they necessarily changed what they were originally planning. Although they could choose to show more if they wanted to. They probably have stuff chambered and ready to go. You know what I mean? by this point in the marketing cycle, I think they have every bit of marketing pretty much ready to go, and then some. They probably have stuff like chambered, and they're like, we could show this if we want to, or we don't have to. You know what I mean? So it would not surprise me if this Netflix thing is like 20 to 30 minutes long at this point. And it wouldn't surprise me if they added stuff that wasn't originally planned to be released. So that's what I'm saying. Mosaic, thank you for the $5. Says, y'all, why all of a sudden the moral high ground? Genuinely curious. Where was this energy first couple of days of leaks? You seemed energetic to cover them at first. Well, so I'll explain this a third time, Mosaic. When the leaks first, and you may have just gotten here, so that wasn't necessarily directed about. But when the leaks first happened, okay, when we first got these leaked gameplay clips, I was just as excited as everybody else to see the game. We hadn't had them, and we hadn't had any footage in like 470 something days. And I didn't see the harm in covering some of the gameplay stuff at first. And I was planning on covering all of it. I was just going to keep covering it until I saw the plane leak, and it showed me like the whole map. And then I felt kind of like cheated a little bit. I felt like I wanted to experience that for myself on launch day, not necessarily watch some guy play it. And not get to look where I want to look and fly where I want to fly and all of that stuff. And so I kind of felt cheated out of that experience of seeing the map. And it was at that point I kind of had like a revelation. I'm like, okay, maybe we need to not cover this. So it wasn't necessarily like going for moral high ground. I'm not trying to like be the cool guy, you know, and not cover the leaks. It's 100% selfish. It's like, I don't want to ruin it for myself, and I don't want to ruin it for other people. Like, there's no politicking going on here, so to speak. There's no, I wish I could sit here and pretend that it was like, you know, this is morally wrong, gentlemen, you know, and it is. I mean, there's an element of that, but that's not like the main reason for me doing this. I don't want to ruin the game for myself. I'm really looking forward to playing this game. It's been like 10 years, you know, and the Real Cool Water has a great point. You're allowed to change your mind, you know. I'm allowed to change my mind. So, that's kind of where we're at with it. So, I hope that explains it, Mosaic. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, let me go over here. We've got a couple more donos to get to. Isaiah Payson with the $2.99 Australian says, I feel robbed of the experience of the game for the first time. I kind of do too. Broadly, with the $9.99 says, the only frustration I have with the leaks is how terrible he plays the game. Hopefully the gameplay on Netflix will have more class. It will be much more polished. That I can assure you. That I can absolutely assure you. Rockstar is not going to put out like crappy gameplay. Racing Gauge with the $10 says, can't wait to see the enhanced and most up-to-date version of the game on Thursday. Hoping to see some Lucia game footage. I'm really sick of these leaks and Rockstar slander. We'll be eating good soon. Couldn't agree more, Racing Gauge. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate it. We had two $10 donos back to back. That's worthy of a banana dance. Gunnar Mav with a $5 says, what's the one thing you want to see in the Netflix special besides CyberLeak's arrest? I would like to see like a detailed kind of walkthrough of new mechanics and something kind of explained. Some things kind of explained. And also, like, I would like to see Rockstar's final version of whatever it was that we're supposed to be getting, because that's the other problem with the leaks is that, you know, a lot of the stuff that this guy has been leaking is like, we don't necessarily know from how old. We know it had to have been sometime after like January of 2025, I think. But between then and now, we don't really know when this build took place. We don't really know what Rockstar planned to keep in the game versus take out of the game. And that's another element of this. It's like, you guys may get really excited over a certain mechanic that you're seeing, and I was doing this too, and then it may not be in the final game. And then you're going to be like, why did they take this out? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like it's like we don't know what their plan is, and you know, by looking at this stuff, you're maybe setting yourself up for disappointment on certain things. So, but yes. Nino HTX, thank you for the $4.99, says, could you talk about what you think is coming in the extended look or what you would like to see? New to the channel, but loving it so far, brother. Yeah, we will. We'll get into that here in just a moment. I'm going to, actually, we'll just go ahead and talk now. So, as far as the extended look goes, I'm kind of hoping that this is like 20 to 30 minutes long. 30 would be better, obviously. The more, the better. I would like to see Rockstar do something a little bit different and go ahead and lead with gameplay. It would be really cool if instead of, you know, getting a cinematic trailer first and then going into, you know, like gameplay or whatever, if they just open it up with gameplay. Like, it would be really cool if it started with that lady's voice from all the gameplay videos that they've released over the years, and it starts off and, you know, like you get this opening cinematic shot over Vice City and she's like, welcome to Vice City, and you know what I mean, and then they like go into like, you know, talking about all the different gameplay mechanics and all that stuff. That's kind of how I want it to start. I would love for them to do like maybe a 5 to 10 minute long video of like walking through different mechanics and new things, and then maybe show us like a snippet of a mission or gameplay or something, and then maybe talk about like how real estate properties work, or some of the new mechanics and why they chose to go that route or whatever, and then kind of get into, towards the end, maybe like a cinematic, you know, trailer that we haven't seen, like an extended trailer or something. I don't necessarily care to see like interviews, you know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily need to see, you know, somebody from Rockstar up there like explaining something, unless it's meaningful. Like, if it's meaningful content and if it's interesting, I'm all about it. And I feel like maybe if they did go that route, that it would be more entertaining than not. But just like, you know, with I go back to like the E3 days, guys, when we were like watching these like dorky dudes get up on stage and they're like nervous as hell to like speak, and they've got all this stuff written into the speech that's like, you know, supposed to like land with the audience and just doesn't in any way. So yeah, I'm not necessarily needing all that. I would love to see lots of gameplay. I want to see more of the world. I want to see the more details. It would be nice to have some location announcements, because there may indeed be more locations outside of like Ambrosia, Grass Rivers, Melcalaga, Vice City, all that stuff. So it would be cool if they give us more like locations. That would be cool. Or introduce us to new characters, or introduce us to existing characters we know nothing about, like the undercover cop guy. You know, that would be really cool. So yeah, who knows exactly how long this thing is gonna be, but you know, I don't know. Originally I thought it'll be shorter and episodic. Now I'm kind of thinking like, you know, we may get 1 or 2 of these before launch, like one now and then maybe one in like a month and a half, and then that's it. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm wanting to see. Nino, Oscar Reyes, New York, with the $9.99, says the leaks is like school fighting, where it's all fun and games until somebody actually gets hurt. It kind of took the fun out of guessing what the game is about before it actually comes out. Yeah, well, and that's like selfishly from like if I'm just looking at this as like a content creator and I like take everything out of this, right? Like, the leaks obviously are not great for my channel if I choose to have the position that I have, right? Obviously, by choosing to not discuss the leaks in depth anymore, I'm passing up on an opportunity for more views. And I'm not saying this to pat my own back. I'm simply saying that, you know, it does make it harder as a content creator when all these leaks continuously come out, especially because a lot of you guys that have been watching my content for a while, you know, my content is like speculative in nature. That's what we do. We like dive into stuff and we're like, what if, you know? And it's hard to go, what if, when like you know, you know what I mean? Like if they're like, if I'm like, oh, I want to talk about like a possible fueling mechanic, you know, and then all of a sudden we're like, okay, well maybe we don't need to speculate about that anymore, you know? So like that's kind of what I'm talking about. It does make it a little bit harder as a content creator to choose to not cover it. But, you know, the game is more important to me than the views. And I'm not saying that anybody covering it doesn't feel that way. I'm just saying that, you know, everybody's going to make their own decision. And, you know, I'm choosing not to cover it. So, Zach07. Oh, sorry, Oscar. Thank you for the $9.99. Zach with the $4.99 says 3 months from launch and not having seen anything in game yet. I think I drove a lot of the misguided anger at Rockstar from these wrongful leaks. Wait, hold on. Let me read that again. 3 months from launch and not having seen anything in game yet. I think drove a lot of the misguided anger at Rockstar from these wrongful leaks. Yeah, and I can understand that. Again, I can understand that. I'm a human being too. I'm a gamer too. I think that 470 days is a really long time to wait between content. I agree with you. However, I don't necessarily think that was purely a Rockstar decision. So I think they're, you know, and it's certainly not a dev decision. I think that comes from the marketing department, running whatever, you know, data set they want to run off of, trying to determine whether or not, you know, their strategy is better than a different strategy or whatnot. So, yeah, I don't think those are the people sitting in the seats coding the game that are making those decisions. So I just think you want to be upset, like, you know, let's maybe be upset at the people that are making those decisions and not the developers that are working their asses off. That are like, by the way, pulling, regardless of whatever, you know, in the past, like with Bloomberg, Jason Schreier came out and had articles about the crunch at Rockstar and, you know, people working longer hours and all that stuff, and they said they were going to kind of dial back on all that stuff. I promise you it's still happening to some degree. I promise you that those guys are busting their asses right now, working probably 60 to 80-hour weeks, trying to get this game, you know, polished and over the hump towards the end. So, but thank you for the $4.99. Mola Jan, thank you for the $4.99. Says they have to nail this. Cyber leak can be. They have to nail this so cyber leak can be overshadowed. I don't watch leaks and stuff where I want to experience it first in 4K. I'm loving what I see. I think there's an element of truth to that. I think if they do nail it and they do a really good job and they give us a lot to go on to where they like make this whole cyber thing like completely obsolete. Like, oh, you guys want to see this? Okay, we'll show you that. Oh, you want to see this? Okay, we'll show you that. To where like you maybe by the time this is over, you'll have two different perspectives. You'll have like the perspective of Rockstar showing you all the cool stuff in 4K without all those ugly, you know, watermarks and shitty footage. And then on the other hand, you'll have like a weird guy staring at butts. So, I think that would be like the ultimate troll is if Rockstar, you know, put something in there kind of like that. That'd be funny. Olivering, welcome to the sack. And I've seen that we had some other members join, and I apologize I didn't do this earlier, but to everybody that's joined the stream or joined the channel so far, welcome to the sack.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me, brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better.
Mr. Cleanly, thank you for the $4.99. Says a bit behind on the stream, but agree. How can you hate Rockstar and call them greedy when they're the only AAA game that don't release new slop every year? And that's another fantastic point, guys. And I think sometimes we can't see the forest through the trees, but you have a developer like Rockstar. I challenge anybody in here to name 3 developers that put out as good or better quality game than Rockstar. I'll wait. So what I'm getting at is, you know, when you have a developer that is like still trying and not just capitalizing on the yearly slap, they could probably put out a new Grand Theft Auto like every couple of years. We could have like a new one, you know. It's just like a a reshaded version of GTA 5, but in Liberty City map from Grand Theft Auto 4 that they've refurbished. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see that. And I see a lot of you got Naughty Dogs is a good one. FromSoft. A lot of these are like really good studios. I would challenge you and push back a little bit and say that none of them are on the same level as Rockstar.
Nice.
Now, I'm not saying they're not good. I'm not saying they're not fantastic at what they do. I'm saying when it comes to attention to detail and, you know, just like the pure like experience, like overall experience, there are very few studios that do it as well as Rockstar, if any. So we have like this studio that's really putting out like quality games and really kind of pushing the bar, you know what I mean? And we're sitting here taking a dump on them for what? For what? You know, like if this is how we're going to, and I'm not saying if they cross the line that we should be complacent. I'm not saying like if they decide to put something in the game that we don't like, that we should just zip it and just be appreciative that the game is good. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that let's like not bitch about it unless we have something like honest to bitch about. You know, they're making good quality games, and there's not a whole lot of studios left doing that. Gaming, regardless of what you think, and some of the younger kids don't know any better because this is all they've experienced the last like 10 years. But gaming has largely gone downhill as a whole. And I think the monetization movement of the mid to late 2010s has kind of been the driving factor in that. Obviously, when you introduce investors and suits and CEOs and all this stuff into game development, it kind of muddies the water and games become more about making money than being art pieces. So gaming has kind of gone downhill overall. Now, I'm not saying that Rockstar doesn't make their money on shark cards and all that. We all know that they do. Okay, I'm not defending that. I get that. What I am saying is that, you know, you can have on one hand a studio that makes a really good game, like really, really good, and then monetizes it. Maybe not quite like as blatantly as some other companies do, but they still make money on it. They're going to, versus a company that is like putting out a new slop game every like 1 or 2 years and over monetizing the hell out of it with like battle passes and everything else. There's a difference there, right? And maybe that's what you like. You know, maybe you like you know, some of these what is this? Sorry, I was just reading a really stupid comment. Man, the trolls are out in force today. How many bans have we handed out this morning, mods? Gosh, let me know when that one's gone, because I've got a special button for him. Anyway, so yeah, I think that we need to aim our anger at the right people. That's all I'm saying, you know, like, anyway. So we've got a couple more donos here to get to. Mosaic with a $10 says, a lot of the YouTubers want to talk trash about the leaker and leaks, but happy to keep donos on talking about them. Irony, this is where we are, folks. Q said, YouTubers spinning and justifying why. Wait, what? What are we talking about, Mosaic? I guess I'm not really understanding what you're talking about. Because this is a live stream. This is a Tuesday Newsday live stream that I always run, and for the past few days, like, I'm starting to wonder, like, are you like really like staunchly pro cyber leaks? Is that what's happening? Is this upsetting you that I am having a different opinion? Don't get me wrong. I appreciate your $10 donation. But this isn't, you know, about me trying to capitalize on fake outrage. I feel like anybody that's been like around my content for a long time, you kind of understand that. But maybe some of these newer cats don't quite know. I don't know, Mosaic. I don't know, man. I hope I'm understanding your comment correctly. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm interpreting it wrong. My beard, Sub-Zero says, with a $5, my beard looks like I got smacked with a tumbleweed and it's stuck on my face. Sounds like you need to comb that thing. Boat to Zoo says, leaks look underwhelming like Mind's Eye. I wouldn't go that far. I think the leaks don't do a very good job of showcasing the elements of the game that a lot of us are going to be really, really excited about. Well, maybe some of us. And I definitely think the footage could be better. And obviously there's the whole illegal factor of what's going on. So, Amish with a $5 says, let's get those likes up. I know we have more than 4. I think the like counter's broken, guys. I think the like counter is broken. At least I hope it's broken. Maybe what I'm saying is pretty controversial. If we have like 1,400 people in here and we're stuck at 44 likes, I hope the like counter's broken. Or maybe this is just one big fat L take. I don't know. But it sounds like, based on the comments, you guys are agreeing with a lot of what I'm saying. So, Mountain Dew Addict, thank you for the 5, says, agree 100%. Take-Two make all the decisions. It's like blaming and heavy criticizing the water boy for your team losing. It doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily classify, the Rockstar devs as like the water boy, but I get what you're saying there. It definitely makes sense. But thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. Captain Tim has been a member for 1 month. Says the thing about Rockstar is they don't miss. That's true. They don't miss. And, I'm sure I'm going to have, like, people coming in here and accusing me of being a shill and a fanboy and all this stuff. But, like, I've never tried to, like, hide the fact that I'm a huge Rockstar fan. Like, literally, if you go to my channel, like, the first video, like, the trailer video is a video talking about me loving Rockstar's games. Like, and how I grew up with them and they were a huge part of my childhood and all that stuff. So, like, coming in here and be like, oh, Sav is a Rockstar chill or whatever. Like, none of that shit, like, bothers me. It really doesn't bother me. It's not landing like you think it's landing. So, you can have your opinions. I can have mine. And, we can both go on about our lives. And, it doesn't bother me. But, yeah, I mean, I didn't expect Gatorade. Shogun. I didn't expect that everybody would agree with me, especially the people that like seeing all the leaks and the digital boobies and all that stuff. Some of you guys are probably really excited by that, and that's cool, man. To each their own. It's just it's not really why I play their games. So, it sounds like there was a new one. So. That's great. I would ask that you guys, especially if it's anything like super spoiler heavy or whatever, that we just keep it out of the chat. I'm not going to be going over it, so I'll watch it later. G Money 100 says, "Hi Sav. At the end of the day, yes, Rockstar have made millions. However, those millions have allowed them to likely." Build the best and most detailed game and patent 3 new AI technologies. And that's the other thing too. Like, why are we mad at a company for being profitable? What? Like, yes, I totally understand what you're saying. I'm not saying you're saying this, but a lot of people are like, I don't support millionaire companies. Like, what? Like, is it just because they have a lot of money that they've made a lot of money because they're good at what they do that all of a sudden, like, we just like go from, oh, they're cool, until they make a few million, now they're not cool anymore. Like that. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Katali, that's the second time I've seen this. Is that like, are you trolling right now? Nice. Digital tits. Oh, man. Sav, you should watch the new Kevin Hart movie, 72 Hours. It's like Teen Move Vice City. Is it really? Thank you for the Hong Kong 78. I'm assuming that's what HK means. Yes, Pickle, you got me. I am the shillest of shills. I have not seen many Kevin Hart movies. I've watched a few of them. Some of them are really good. Some of them are just really dumb. But yeah. D-Dog says, I'm glad you has been a member for 10 months. Got that blue badge. 2 months away from red. Says, I'm glad you changed your mind. 27th will be fire. The 27th will be really good, guys. I'm really excited. I have high hopes for the 27th, which is literally 2 days from now. So, the story's been leaked. Is that the case? Has the story indeed been leaked? I don't want to know what was in it. I just want confirmation if like story stuff was actually just leaked. Nate Dogg, the stash has been accidentally trimmed too much and then had to be shaved, but we're starting over. Sav, not all clowns wear red noses. Very true. Very, very true. Don't watch, says video mode. Okay, I will not be watching it. I encourage everybody else to do the same. All right, moderators, I need you on high alert. Wait, Braveheart says no, the story hasn't been leaked. Okay. All right. Well, if we do get any like story leaks, let me know. Glory Pole 12 super chatted $4.99 says, hi Sav, no, the story has not been leaked. Okay, thank you for the confirmation and thank you for the $5. I really appreciate it. Video mode says Jason is a cop in the new leak.
You are a worthless piece of shit! Get out of my face!
You're fired.
No. Remove Chan says, haha, I was just typing that. That's funny. Yes, I have seen the beach one. Yes, I did. That one I looked at. Cyberleak equals Strauss. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would not think that anybody that any of this was in the plan. Obviously, like, you know, there's like a meme coin attached to it and all this other nonsense, and the guy it's just no. Anybody still saying that Netflix or Take-Two had anything to do with the leaks is just like not operating within the same realm of reality as the rest of us. Send him to the gulag. Oh, that actually reminds me. There's a new Call of Duty game coming out. And I'm usually like not a Call of Duty. Like I used to, let me say this. Let me back up. I used to be a Call of Duty like diehard. Like I used to play all the Call of Duties up until like Modern Warfare, like the original Modern Warfare 3. And then from there I was kind of like, man. And then I kind of came back to it recently with when they came back to Modern Warfare and I played the first one and the second one. And now there's like a new Modern Warfare coming out, and apparently some things are different this time, but I know they say that like every time. So I don't know. We might try it out. We might do like a live stream where we play a little Call of Duty. I do have to 1v1 Will Mack. Will Mack was talking some trash in a stream a while back, and so I've got to set him straight. I gotta show him who's boss, and can't be letting him get away with this. And it's gonna be like controller versus mouse and keyboard, so you guys will be able to see the difference. So yeah, we might try that out. I don't know. It might be ass. It probably is ass, but we're gonna try it out anyway. So. Okay, officially there's another leak per game roll. Well, we will check it out later, maybe off stream, and we'll see if it's, you know, I'm not. Again, I'm just like you guys. It's hard when there's a leak to not want to look at it, you know, to at the very least know what's going on, but we'll see. New leak called Game Store is about to drop. I quit COD 2, says Real Cool Water. I think a lot of people have quit COD over the years and then come back to it and then quit it again. It's like an abusive ex-boyfriend. You just keep coming back to, if you're female, or I guess abusive ex-girlfriend if you're a dude, or maybe you're a dude that has an abusive ex-boyfriend. I don't know. To each their own. But yeah, I mean, abusive ex. We'll just leave it at that. The beta is free next week, and there's a small campaign mission as well. Well, we may have to try that. I don't know about the campaign mission, but I do want to get into some multiplayer. I don't know that. I mean, Call of Duty's campaigns are like cool. It's kind of like playing a movie, but it's not really like. To me, it's not really. I like more freedom of choice and all that stuff. I know they kind of experimented with more open world kind of stuff, and to me it didn't really land. I don't know. Love-hate relationship. Yeah. I feel like every time I escape Call of Duty's grasp, they come out with one that's like halfway decent, and then I play it for a little while, and then like the next game is just trash. Any updates on Wolverine? I mean, I don't really. I get that a lot of people are like super stoked for Wolverine, and I'm gonna play it. It looks like a fun game. I like Insomniac. I love the Spider-Man games, so seeing them do a Wolverine game is cool. For me, if I had the choice, and maybe some of you disagree, if I had the choice between Spider-Man open world swinging around New York City, or like, Wolverine linear story, slashing people with mashing the X button on your controller, I'd probably rather go with Spider-Man. I know that's not necessarily like, the thing here. We're not being forced to choose, but it feels like, from what I can tell, the Wolverine game looks pretty linear, which I don't think is a surprise. I don't think anybody is surprised by that. I will say the combat looks cool. I worry that it'll get too repetitive. I worry that it's going to be like just doing the same series of combos like over and over and over again, and the game doesn't have like that open world to kind of fall back on and let you sort of take it in at your own pace. So I don't know that it'll be as entertaining for me as like a Spider-Man game, but we'll see. We'll try it. Indie Bloom, thank you for the 20. That was very generous. Says, final text from me tonight. I really enjoy your videos. Please keep doing what you're doing. Hashtag I hate leaks. Never seen you on stream before. Just as chill as in videos. So that's nice. Enjoy your evening, day, night. Thank you, Indie Bloom. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $20. I hate leaks too. All right, we've got another super chat here from Glory Pole. It's kind of a funny name. Says, Sav, I just got here. Have you touched on the possibility? You didn't just get here. I saw your name in here earlier. Didn't you just like super chat to me earlier? I thought you did. Said, Sav, I just got here. Have you touched on the possibility that the leaks are from Rockstar in order to buy back as much shares before August 27th? No, because that's insane. That's insane. I don't know why any company would want to showcase weird, grainy footage covered in some cyber leaker's watermark as like, some sort of marketing stunt. I mean, I can see how stuff maybe like that in the past has happened, but Rockstar, one, doesn't need that. And two, it's just a weird way to showcase a game and build hype around something that doesn't really need hype built, if that makes sense. So no, I don't think it has anything to do. I don't think it has anything to do with Rockstar. Red Mist says, "What's up, Sav? I wonder if you remember me. I do remember you, Red. And I know I've been a subscriber for over a year. And hold on, sorry, my brain just fell apart halfway through that sentence. What's up, Sav? I wonder if you remember me and know I've been a subscriber for over a year. Yes, I do. But have you seen the 919 and beach leaks? I did take a peek at the beach leak this morning. I didn't look at the 9191. Just because I don't really have any interest in anything that happens in there. I know that there's maybe some story elements that are involved there too, so I wasn't sure if that was probably like the story stuff that people were talking about. So no, I didn't look at that. But the beach one looked I don't want to say harmless, but by comparison, relatively harmless. Thank you for the $4.99. And yes, Red Misfit, I do remember you. You've been here for quite a long time, and I'm glad you're still here. So, yeah.
Nice.
Hey, moderators, I need you guys on high alert for any story stuff. Yes, Molajan, I am aware there is a new leak. Everybody in chat has been saying that. So. And again, I would just remind everyone that we don't know. What have I said about the new leak? I haven't said anything about the new leak, Kelvin. Chat is talking about stuff. I have not said anything about it. And I know this because I'm aware of what comes out of my mouth, and I also haven't seen it yet. So I cannot confirm or deny what is in it. What I will say is that as a reminder to everyone, this may be an early build of the game, and whatever features you see in these leaks may not make it into the final game. So just be mindful of that. Let's see, we've got 320 MN. Welcome to the set.
Let's see how you do under pressure.
Oh my God.
I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better.
Jake, you saw that made me freaking jump, dude. That made me jump. I'm sorry you missed it. I was like halfway through the new member celebration when you hit me with it. But yes, you did get me. Thank you for the $50, Jake. I really appreciate it. It says, give me more Cal Hampton on the 27th. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm all about that life. Thank you for the very generous donation, Jake. What a guy. What a guy. What do you think of that new feature on Hype Tally? For those of you that don't know, on Hype Tally, I added a new thing. Well, I didn't add it. Canon added it. But we added a new thing on Hype Tally to where you can go into Hype Tally now and choose like you can choose to display your message on screen like normal and then choose your amounts and donate and all that. There's also sound effects that you can choose from that play alongside of it. One of them is, I'll just let you guys discover that. If you want to check that out, type !HT for Hype Tally in the chat, or you can do ! Donate. Nice. Either one of those, we'll pull that up and you can mess with those. But Jake just got me with the boom sound. Okay. Let's see. We've got all right, we got a couple of new donos here. If these are spoiler heavy or they talk about leaks, I'm not going to cover them, guys. It looks like this one's safe. It's Darius with the $9.99 says, newest leaks should prove that Rockstar has gone crazy with their optimization. The devs really outdid themselves, and I'm excited to play it. I don't know the context of what that is. I'm not... My God, guys, I'm not... Relax. We're not covering the leaks. I'm just going to read the donations that do not go into any detail, folks. And honestly, like if you're really, really concerned about it, like, and you don't want to see anything in the chat or anything, I would maybe encourage you. And this is gonna sound crazy coming from a streamer that wants views. Maybe step away, because there are people in here that I cannot necessarily control. And you know, they're using the chat to talk about this stuff. I'm not talking about the leaks. So you can avoid the chat altogether if you want and just hang out. I'm going to read out super chats that are not leaks. Okay. All right. Good. Get that out of the way. Thank you for the $9.99, Darius. I appreciate it. I'm pre-reading these. Lazy Joe, thank you for the $10. Has been listening to this since 5:30 a.m. 3-hour time difference. Thanks for giving me something to listen to on my way to work today. Hope the rest of the stream goes well. Well, thank you, Lazy Joe. I appreciate that. And that's 2 back-to-back yellow donos. So we'll do a little banana dance. Thank you. And then Nerd Riz, what? I don't know what that means. It says end leak, Lucy. No, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like an actual leak or not, so I'm not going to read that one out. But thank you for the $2, Nerd Riz. Kelvin Porter, welcome to the sack.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better.
Decent Custom says, so 2022 leaks are fine, not new ones. The logic. He's having a hard time wrapping his head around that one. So here's what I'll say about that. Because yes, I know that has been the sentiment from some people. And what I'll say is the 2022 leaks were from 2022. That was a very old build that, has, 4 years between the 2022 leaks and the actual launch of the game. So that's a lot of time for things to change. It looked very rough, and they weren't, all that revealing, to be fair. But, if you want to continue to play that argument out, I would just say that, I changed my mind. No, I mean, the 2022 leaks for me weren't that big of a deal. Just being real. And not all of the new leaks are that big of a deal either. It's just some of the stuff that they've been showing, specifically the plane leak and that kind of stuff, that were just too much for me and just made me feel like I didn't want to cover it. Also, it's the way that it the 2022 leaks with Arian Kurtage. That was more of I'm just putting this out there, and obviously he got caught and all that stuff. Everything is all wrapped up there. With this guy is still kind of out there, putting this stuff out there and trying to get people to go buy his little meme coin. And I don't necessarily want to contribute to that. You know what I mean? So there's that too. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah, I mean, here's what I'll say. If Hooligan, did you super chat? No, you didn't. You did not super chat, you liar. You liar. Nice try. Mila John, thank you for the $1.99. Says this is not as bad as I expected. I'm not going to read the last bit of that. He said it's a store. I don't know. I guess that's not that revealing. So, but yeah. So here's what I'll say. If anybody has a problem with the way that I am covering or not covering or whatever, you have a couple of options, and this is what's great about YouTube is that you don't have to watch, okay? There's that. And then 2, if you really feel adamantly about it, I would encourage you to go start your own YouTube channel and talk about it however you want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Hooligan. You did super chat. I'm so sorry. He said, show us the bathroom. Jason's a cop. You bastard.
You are a worthless piece of shit! Get out of my face!
You're fired.
Gator don't play no shit. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
Cut it out, hooligan. Oh, man. Mola John says they don't get the immoral aspect of CyberLeak. I feel like there's a large part of the world that's, lacking some morals, CyberLeak. But, on the same token, you could use that argument to say that I was being a little bit hypocritical by covering the early part of the leaks, and that would be a fair statement. I'm not, I guess that was pre-realization of the harm that the leaks were doing. That's what we'll say. Jeff Queen, thank you for the $5 donation through Hype Tally. Says Thursday is the day. I want to see more Cal and Booby Ike on Thursday. Also, the plane leak is also where I drew the line. I felt dirty after I watched it. Me too, Jeff. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. Sputnik says Sam. You have a couple of options. You can get fucked. That's funny. So we get kicked if we say Jason's a cop. No, you don't actually get banned. It's just like a thing we do around here. We just we give people a hard time. Despop, yes sir. You know what they? I was watching some clips of that last night, and I saw the soup kitchen clip. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, thanks for the F Shack, signed Dirty Mike and the boys. You know what they call that? Where a bunch of homeless dudes having an orgy in a car. They call it a soup kitchen. I was dying laughing watching that. I couldn't figure out how to work that into the stream, but it was pretty funny. JDCF says, do you think Rockstar will stay silent until he's caught? Yeah, I do. I don't think Rockstar cares to illuminate the situation further. So yeah, they're gonna likely stay quiet. They won't be addressing this guy at all. Because honestly, as soon as they make a public statement about it, there's probably a decent amount of the community that isn't paying as close attention to what's going on with the leaks, and so maybe they're just like, I don't know, they're not involved, but maybe if they see a Rockstar, tweet or something, then they'll be like, wait, what's going on? And then they'll go look, you know what I mean? It'll kind of have the opposite effect. That's my guess. I don't know. I don't work there. Regardless what people think. But thank you for the 5. Punishment says the only leak to be talked about is the vegetable and your favorite recipe for them. Thank you for the 5 Canadian. Appreciate you, brother. Sav, don't let them off so easily. Don't let who off so easily? Plot twist. Sav is the undercover cop. You got me. Yes, I'm out here gaslighting Hooligan. I promise I'm not doing it on purpose. For whatever reason, I didn't see. I saw it, and then because here's what happened. I saw it and I hearted it, and then I didn't realize that I didn't read it because I try to use the hearts as I read that one already. So I'm sorry. I promise I'm not doing it on purpose, Hooligan. You are a cherished member of the modding community. Gunner Mav, thank you for the $5. Says, do you think we'll get a single player DLC where we arrest a hacker? It would surprise me. I mean, Rockstar has done some stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they have I don't know if it's 100% been correlated to TGG, but I do think there was something in one of their games at one point that I heard about some guy. You couldn't see the person, but you heard him talking about theories or something, and I don't know, people thought that was TGG. I don't know all the ins and outs of that, but it wouldn't surprise me if they do stuff like that. I mean, they're they make fun of stuff all the time. So the 6 said sent happy poop. Thank you for the happy poop. I appreciate it. It's a long onion. Is that what a leak is? Is it like an onion? I've never had one before. Don't forget to like the stream. Thank you, Streamlabs. Only been watching for the past few weeks, but I love the content, says Ali Drew Vones. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We will continue to try and make quality content free of leaks. So I just dropped a video yesterday Probably not going to do any more videos until the 27th, and we kind of know exactly what's going on. And then we'll probably have several videos after that. We may have more location breakdowns. We may have like character breakdowns. We'll have all kinds of stuff next week. Coming off the heels of, well, and later this week, this week we're focused really on like streaming and covering stuff. And then next week is when the videos will start dropping, covering the like my breakdowns and, you know, like the 50 things you missed, like that kind of stuff. Like counter is indeed fried. Yes, it is. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's not working. It actually went down one. It was up to 44 likes, and then it went down one. So I don't know what's going on with it. Do you think GTA 6 will now be rated adults only and not M? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the rating commissions kind of get a little more loosey-goosey with their rules as time goes on. Like, I feel like it started off, you know, like mature was like, it's intense, you know, and then now like they're you know, you pretty much put anything under the umbrella of mature. Same with R, you know. I don't know exactly what the rules are with that stuff, but it does seem like, you know, more rated R movies are getting like more heavy, you know, than they used to be, and same with games. Like games that were rated M, you know, 10, 15 years ago are probably pretty PG compared to rated M games now. So looks like 290 to me. Oh, we're at 290 likes. Okay. Crazy idea, Undead Nightmare GTA 6 DLC. Dude, I love that idea. I would love the idea of turning Grand Theft Auto 6 into like a zombie apocalypse kind of game. That would be awesome. Thank you, Atomic Glitch, for the $2. Thank you, Josh, for the $2. And thank you, Germanus Popovas, for the $2. Says, those leaks, one day, yes, now, fuck, stop it. Wait, what? Are you, okay. I've explained this like 3 or 4 times now. So you just go back and watch my explanation earlier. I don't feel like explaining it like a million more times. But thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Glory Pole super chatted $4.99. Oh wait, no, that's from earlier. Sorry, I'm watching the wrong one. And there's a lot of people that are like really like the leaks. This is weird. I don't know. I get like wanting to see them, but like some of these people have like a really like strong opinion. Leaks are good, you know. Like I don't know. It's weird. When is the PS5 Pro giveaway drawing? We haven't announced that yet, but it would probably be. I got to talk to the guys and see. You know, if they're good with that being like on a Whiskey Wednesday, maybe we'll do it on a Whiskey Wednesday. If you know, if some of them want to participate in it and they can't do it on Wednesday, we'll do it. I would say within a week of the end of the month. I would say within a week of the end of the month. So by the 7th of September, we should be doing that. I don't know exactly what day yet, but it's coming up. We've got about 6 days left in the PS5 Pro giveaway contest running on 6Hub. So, ever been snorkeling or scuba diving? I've been snorkeling, not scuba diving. I would love to go scuba diving at some point. But I've only ever been snorkeling. I went snorkeling. I went to Aruba on my honeymoon, and there's a shipwreck out there, I think called the Antilles, if I'm correct. Maybe not. I can't remember. USS Antilles. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with something else. But there's a shipwreck out there off the coast, and we scuba dived over the top of that. No, it wasn't a US. It wasn't. It's a German. I think it was a German supply ship from World War II, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but we snorkeled over the top of that. That was pretty cool. Do it live during a live roundtable? Well, I don't think we can do that because We're trying to put a roundtable together for this coming weekend, but that's before the end of the month, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get another roundtable together in time, so it probably won't be during a roundtable, but that wouldn't be a bad idea. But not everybody that's participating in the roundtable is also part of 6 Hub in the giveaway, so it's another thing too. I hope Netflix still shows something or I'm canceling them. I'm sure they're going to show something. I mean, you know, I doubt they'd call it an extended look and then not show anything, you know. Styrofoam says, at this point, I'm more interested in how the leaker did it. Me too. I would like to know, you know. I'm sure somebody will do like some kind of like documentary style breakdown of the story and how it was done and all that at some point. That sounds like a Jetro video if I've ever heard one, so we'll see. Saf, it's a whole new world. I started scuba diving 2 years ago. It's never too late. I want to dive in the Georgia Aquarium. I would like to go scuba diving. So here's the thing, like my wife has a heart condition. She cannot go scuba diving. Like the doctors literally say like you can't do it. The pressure is not good for your aorta, so you can't go scuba diving. She can snorkel, but she can't scuba dive. So if she can't do it, it's kind of like, do I really want to go by myself? Nah, we'll just not do it. Maybe someday. We'll see. Sav, who's your favorite non-GTA YouTubers? Oh, man, dude, that's a hard question to answer. I watch, I don't know, college football fans, if there's any college football fans in here, I really like that SEC podcast. Those guys are awesome. I watch a lot of their stuff. You know, I'm a huge college football fan, and, you know, my team is Missouri. We play in the SEC, so I like watching those guys and their breakdown of it. Aside from those guys, I'll watch some Guga Foods. I'll watch, who else? I watch, oh my gosh, why am I drawing a blank on his name? I literally just talked about him the other day. Luke Stevens. I watch a lot of Luke Stevens. Let's see. Non-GTA YouTube. Well, let's go over here to subscriptions. Again, I'm kind of sports heavy, so I watch Locked On Mizzou. Tonio Guardo. I don't know if that's how you say his last name. I've been watching a lot of his videos lately. Wholesome travel content. It's pretty interesting. Josh Pate. Let's see who else. Habe. I watched some Habe 147. He's pretty good. Espresso, if you want to stay up to date on like first person shooters and all that stuff. I've talked about Python Cowboy before. That's a pretty interesting channel if you guys want to check out this guy going into the Florida Everglades Florida Everglades and wrestling some big snakes. That sounded really weird, but just trust me on that. That's what it is. Meat Eater. I'm a hunter. I enjoy watching Meat Eater. That's a good show. I watch some game ranks every once in a while to kind of stay up to date with some gaming news. Peter Santinello is pretty good. Let's see. I watched some Sean Ryan. I used to watch a lot of Ozzy Drongo. If you guys are into Age of Empires 4, Ozzy Drongo is pretty good. I'm just kind of scrolling through my subscriptions here. Those are the main ones, I think. Yeah. Oh, Worth a Buy. That's another good one. Worth a Buy. If you guys like video game reviews, Worth a Buy is pretty awesome. He's really funny. He breaks some stuff down and does it in a way where it's pretty entertaining. He's an older guy. A lot of people call him Unk and stuff, but he's an older guy. He's been gaming for a long time. He has a lot of the same opinions that I do with games, so it's pretty good. Pretty funny. Pretty funny. So yeah, those are the main ones I would say. for the Everglades. That's what it sounded like I was saying, you know. Hooligan says, I know a big snake you can wrestle. I didn't know your mom was in town. Kentucky Ballistics. Yeah, I actually just watched a not a documentary. I watched he was telling the story of that big rifle blowing up in his arms and rushed to the hospital almost dying. It was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy story. But yeah. Ready to get our get back against Mizzou this year. Hail State. Oh boy. Oh boy. Good luck. Good luck. Critical Drinker. I've watched some of his stuff too, yeah. I've watched some of his stuff. Oh shit. Are you serious, Hooligan? Damn it, now I feel like an ass. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Will you forgive me? I feel like a jerk. I feel like a big jerk. I'm sorry. Seriously, for real. I don't think we're doing call-ins, Nixa. I don't think we're doing call-ins. Can we please get Florida Everglades on the soundboard? Maybe we'll add that. Maybe we'll add that. Time for an apology video. Maybe. No, I'll probably just send him a message here when this stream is over and apologize. Listen, we got a lot of catching up to do. I know you're not covering the leagues, but I feel like you got to at least talk about them a little bit. I don't know if I'm late or to the stream or not. Bobby Black, I do appreciate your $9.99 donation. But I will not be covering the leagues. I will not be covering the leagues. Maybe we could do like maybe we can like hop in the Discord or something at some point and talk about whatever leagues you guys want to talk about, you know, and those that really want to participate can hop in and join the discussion. But yeah. Hooligan, for real, I'm sorry. I did not know. Had I known, I obviously would not have said anything. My apologies. Sincerest apologies. Please forgive me. Let's see. Watch him be messing with me. I don't think he is, but sometimes it's hard to tell with old Hooligan. We need some College Football 27 streams, bro. I mean, I don't know. I thought about it. I did think about it. I do have my PlayStation hooked up to the PC, so maybe we could do that at some point. Yeah, I have a feeling he's telling the truth on that one. No, I'm not gonna ban him. Oh, ban Sap Hooligan. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You motherfucker, dude. I need to. You made me feel so bad, dude. You made me feel so bad. Well, at least you know that I was being sincere. You ass. Oh, man. He did. He made me apologize like 3 times. He had me going. He said, what a loser. You know what? I'm thinking about revoking mod privileges. I'm thinking about revoking mod privileges. Let's let chat decide your fate. Should we take away hooligans mod privileges for the remainder of the day? Yay or nay? Tigers versus Tigers in Baton Rouge, Death Valley. If you go, I'll go. I don't think we're playing LSU this year. Otherwise, I would say, yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to the Texas A&M game, though. I'm going to the Mizzou Texas A&M game on the 10th of October. Oh, hooligan. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, hooligan. Caden chimed in. He's like, yes. No, we're not going to ban him, but I wanted him to make him feel like it was possible. For him making me feel like an ass. But you're on thin ice, buddy.
One more word. Please give me one.
Missouri better destroy A&M. Aggies are worse than Longhorn fans. I sure hope we destroy A&M, although they've had our number like the last 3 years. We've lost to the Aggies like 3 years in a row. See, this is what I was talking about earlier, guys. This is like, this comment right here is exactly what I was talking about earlier. I get so many of these. For whatever reason, people just think that Rockstar like pays me, or I work there, or I've been contacted by them. I've gotten one communication from Rockstar, guys, in the entire time I've been a YouTuber. And you know what that was? It was a cease and desist from their legal department because I had a piece of merch that was too closely related to their GTA 6 logo. And they asked me to take it down. And so I did. But that's the only time I've ever spoken with Rockstar. Well, not even spoken, because it was more of them talking at me. You know, they were like, do this. And I was like, please don't sue me. I don't have any money. And so I took it down. You're scared after cease and desist. I'm not scared because of that, but like I'm not, and it's not even that I'm scared. It's like, I've explained this earlier. I'll say it again. What the hell? We'll say it one more time. I don't want to ruin the experience for myself and others, which is why I've decided to stop talking about the leaks. There are plenty of YouTubers out there that are covering the leaks. If you guys really want to go watch it, you can go watch one of their streams, and I'm sure that they'll be happy to cover it and talk about it. I'm just not going there anymore. And guess what? It's my fucking YouTube channel. So I can choose to do that if I want. If you want to talk about leaks, go start your own. Good morning, everyone, says Cannon. Good morning, Cannon. It is 10:20. We're going to probably be wrapping this thing up in the next, like, 10 minutes or so. Bobby, I don't think I thanked you for that donut earlier. I appreciate it, brother. So not paid, but owned. Yep, you got me. I'm 100% owned by Rockstar. Idiot. Did you wake up on the stupid side of the bed this morning, man? All you're talking about is not covering the leaks. That's not all we've been talking about. We've been talking about all kinds of stuff. Have you not been listening? Decent Customs? Tordai says, back from Will's stream, what did I miss? Just a few people bitching about the fact that I'm not covering the leaks. And then everybody else is just having a good time. Oh, man. Oh, I know. I'm just going to stop highlighting those comments. The closer we get, the more rage bait there's going to be. You're absolutely right, Jake. You're absolutely right. 100,000 subscribers, Rockstar tattoo? No. No, I'm not going to be tattooing anybody's logo on my body. Tim Try Stuff says, so as a new sub and member, what is with the banana? Well, that's Doug. And Doug has been hanging out on the microphone for quite a long time. It all started about a year ago during Halloween. I dressed up as a banana. Everybody thought it was really funny. And so did it a couple more times just as a little gag. And then the banana stuff just kind of, people started calling me the Banana Man and all kinds of, I don't know. It just kind of spiraled out of control. So here we are. Now there's a banana sitting on my microphone named Doug, and that's really the extent of it. Oh, man. Toph says, are you going to do another scavenger hunt PS5 Pro giveaway with the new extended look? Probably not. PS5s are expensive. We may do other giveaways, but probably not another PS5. We love Doug, says Cannon. Yes, we do.
Nice.
What's your dream wish to see on Thursday? My dream wish to see on Thursday. I would like to see some more location reveals. I would like to see more location reveals. We're probably... Nice. I think there's probably some other locations that they haven't talked about yet. I'm hoping anyway, so it would be nice to get some info on those. Oh, shit. Grid is in the chat, and he just dropped a 50. Good night, Grid. What are we doing, man? That's twice now you've hit me with a big donation. I feel like I got to return the favor. Thank you so much. That's very generous, Grid. That's very, very, very generous of you. Thank you, sir. Says W Sal in the chat. Trying to keep the Sal thing going. Okay, fair enough. But thank you for the 50. He just pops in, drops 50 bomb like it's nothing. See, he's out here making these big YouTube bucks. Sav, do a shoey. We're not doing a shoey, Jose. We're not going to be doing a shoey. Oh, God, here we go. Look what you started, Grid. Look what you started. The Sal comments are back. I think it might be episodic, tuned by Jay. I think there's a chance that... Oh, God. Now Bav's here. Someone say shoey. No Bav. We're not doing a shoey. I missed your super chat. Oh, shit. Let me go back and look here. Plot twist. Lucia is the cop. Is that what you said? Let me make sure that's the right person. Yes, that is the right person. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. JDC32F. Ronald Jackson become a member. Oh, we've had a few members join. Welcome to the Sack Boys.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better.
No ban screen? No, he said Lucia's a cop. That's not ban-worthy. That's not ban-worthy. Couple more minutes, folks, and then we're gonna bring this thing to a close for the day. See, this right here is ban-worthy.
You are a worthless piece of shit! Get out of my face!
You're fired.
Yes. Grid stole Bav from you, Sav. He's been cheating on you, and now look at them following each other in here. I know. The Aussie boys are sticking together now. I haven't talked to Bav in months now. It's been like 3 months since I've talked to Bav. But him and Grid are pretty tight now. So whatever, you know. I guess I'm chopped liver now.
Nice.
Tripods in the wild would make for a good tattoo. That's literally your name, Tripods in the Wild. You want me to get your name, your YouTube name tattooed on my body? Thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. We won't be doing that. Critical Roleplay, thank you for the $9.99. Again, doesn't say anything, just drops a dono and that's it. But I appreciate you. Thank you for the 10. Oh, I know, Kathy. I know. No worries. We love thruple jealousy in the AM, says Jake. Oi, oi, oi. If Jason's a cop, you have to get a donut tattoo? I'll consider it. If Jason turns out to be a cop, you're modding me. Deal? Look at him. Trying to get me to agree to something on stream. No, Tordai. No deal. KC Selka, thank you for the $3 in hype tally. Says, I have a theory about the whole cop situation. What if the cop camera... Hold on, it disappeared. What if the cop camera and the us cops have to stick together is Jason, but it's impersonation like in the deep dive you covered IRL situation? I don't really know what that means. I don't know if that's some like weird roundabout way to say Jason's a cop, but we're gonna hit the button anyway.
You are a worthless piece of shit! Get out of my face!
You're fired.
Nate Dogg has a point. We already have terms for this Jason is a cop thing. If Jason ends up being a cop, I'm gonna do a shoey. That's the agreement. And Tordai, we can talk about you being a moderator. We'll talk about it. Free lifetime membership to the channel. I don't think I can do that. It won't let me give it. It won't let me like choose somebody and give them a membership. It doesn't work that way. It's random. Ooh, TB says, in 6, I hope the first-person camera feels more dynamic and smooth. It's always felt a little clunky. Would love a ready or not level type of first-person. I don't think it's going to be quite that good. I feel like there's going to be some clunk, for sure. There's usually always clunk. If they even have a first-person. They may not this time around. All right. I think that's about it for me this morning, guys. I've got some other things I need to get to today. But I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. Appreciate you listening to me rant this morning about the leak stuff. Again, I know everybody has differing opinions on this. Those are just mine. And yes, you are allowed to change your mind on things. Don't let anybody tell you that you're married to your original decision or thoughts on something, because as more information becomes available, and It's okay to have a different opinion. So, but yeah, I appreciate everybody hanging out in the chat. I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. We will be live tomorrow night for Whiskey Wednesday. And then I guess, yeah, the Thursday Netflix thing will be live. So tomorrow night we're going to be talking more about the Netflix stuff. So if you guys want to get into that, pop on by tomorrow evening around 8 p.m. So everybody else, have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.